Hey guys, it's Miss Hathaway here. I'm so excited that you were able to join us today. Here is our Math with Miss Hathaway lesson. So this week, we're going to be organizing, represent, and interpret data with up to 4 categories. So we will draw a picture graph and a bar graph with a single unit scale to represent a data set. You also solve simple, put together, take apart, and compare problems using information presented in the picture and a bar graph. So some of the things that you, the student, will be able to do is make a picture or bar graph with up to 4 categories to represent the data, compare the data on a bar graph, and solve addition and subtraction problems using the data from a picture or bar graph. Our essential questions, we got 2 this week. We have, how can we use pictures and drawings to graph data? And we also have, how can you solve problems by using a graph? So be thinking about that this week. Some vocabulary that's very important to note that you'll see on a lot of your work this week. Data, which is a set of collected information, often numerical information, such as a list of measurements. We also have picture graph, which is a data display in which pictures are used to represent the number of items in each category. And then we have bar graph, which is a data display in which bars are used to represent the numbers of items in each category. So for learning activities this week, students, you'll be watching videos carefully because that will have all the information that you need. You will also respond to videos by completing activities, follow all directions. That will really be important. And just for note, remember activities are located on Prodigy, Freckle, and Seesaw this week. We will still be sending out information through Dojo as well as we have been the past few weeks. So here's a bar graph. Write this down, put this in your notebook or screenshot it, put it to the side so you don't forget. A bar graph, the purpose is to compare and contrast data. So a bar graph has a title, has a scale, and it has categories. So as you see here, we have cat, dog, fish, bird, and then we have the types of pets, which is also a still title, and we have the number of students. And this scale is from 1 to 8. So 8 being the max where it leveled out of number of students. Or the scale could have gone longer. It depends on what you're trying to show in your data of your graph. A similar way of showing a graph, you can use a picture graph. A picture graph, often known as pictograph, the purpose is to compare data using pictures or symbol. So just like we saw here in a bar graph, we have a title, we have symbols, but our symbols this time are pictures, where we have a key, and the key tells us that each orange circle represents 2 students. And just like in the bar graph, where we had number of students, in this case, it was the key. But for the category that we have here, is right here, where we have dog, cat, hamster, and fish. Now we are going to apply an example. These examples are coming from iready. I did not make these. I borrowed this from iready. So, first we're going to make sense of a problem. So we're going to think about, what is the problem about? What are you trying to find out? And what important information are we trying to find? So here's our problem. We're going to be thinking about this problem. We have Parker asked his friends to tell him their favorite vegetable. He organized their answers in a picture graph. So he has the title, favorite vegetables, and he has his categories, carrots, beans, broccoli, and corn. So we're going to be thinking about this problem. All right, we're going to try to solve this problem. Solve and support your thinking. So we're going to solve the problem, we're going to record our process, and then solve another way. Okay? So, problem, think about a way to solve this problem. So, here is our questions that we have to answer with the problem here on this slide. We're going to try to figure out what Parker is doing with his friend and his vegetables. So our first thing we want to think about is how many carrots are in the graph. So if we go back to the graph and we go to the section where it says carrots, let's count the carrots. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 carrots. Okay? Now, we want to think about how many beans are on the graph. So just like we did here, go back to that slide and count your beans. 1, 2. So we have 2 beans. Now, this right here, part A, tells us how many friends choose carrots. And part B tells us how many friends choose beans. So next, we want to write an equation to find how many friends chose carrots and beans in all. So we know we have 4 and 2. In all, remember, in all means add. And we know 4 plus 2 is 6. Now, let's think about an equation if we had a chance to figure out part D. We want to write an equation to find how many friends choose carrots, then beans. Okay, so we need to go back to this question here. How many people chose carrots? Well, that's 4. How many people chose beans? That's 2. And we want to find out how many more. So that means we're going to subtract. So we're going to subtract 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2, we know is 2. Another way we could have solved this problem, we could have done by drawing a picture. You could have used your counters, where you could have drawn 4 sets, where you had 1 unit for each 4 and then another unit for each 2. That way you could have solved it that way using a picture like we have been doing in class. Or you could have just gone ahead and done the numerical solving. Okay, we could also put it in a bar graph. So we could have taken our numbers that we have here. We know we have 4, 2, 3, and 2. 2 corn, 3 broccoli, 2 beans, and 4 carrots. So we can put our title, Favorite Vegetables. We have our carrots, our beans, our broccoli, and our corn. We can see that we have 2 corn, 3 broccoli, 2 beans, and 4 carrots as well. So think about how you want to compare your data as well. So remember how sometimes we might say, for example, have a bag of candy, and we want to see which color is more in each candy. That's what sometimes we do when trying to find which candy flavor or reasoning behind looking for that. Another way we could represent this is if we could do a survey. Which person in the class likes which color? And we could say we have 16 students in our class, and each student would say, okay, I like blue, green, red, yellow, whatever. And then we would write that out. How many students like blue? How many students like green? How many students like yellow? So we might be able to do that type of activity later on this week. But be on the lookout. Okay? That's the end of my lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Look forward to seeing you in our next online class. If you have any questions, there's my email, or just message me on Class Dojo as we have been doing. I look forward to hearing from you all, and I miss you all very much. Have a great day.